If you are planning a trip to Varkala and searching for the best places to visit, then you are at the right place. Because today we will be talking about the top 10 places to visit in Varkala. Not just that, we will also talk about how to reach Varkala, where to stay, how to travel around, where to eat, and a lot more in this video. Hey guys, welcome back to Sakre and this is Sagar. Before we jump into our list, let me brief you about Varkala. Known as the Little Goa, Varkala is a small coastal town in South Kerala that has become a hot tourist destination lately. It offers amazing beaches, trendy cafes, luxurious beachfront resorts, and unique experiences. Because of its laid-back atmosphere, Varkala is also one of the top choices for people looking for a vacation destination. Now that you know a bit about Varkala, let's dive straight into our list of top 10 places to visit in Varkala. Unlike many beaches you see in India, Varkala is one of those unique places that has a cliff right next to the sea. These cliffs, also known as Varkala formations, are declared a national monuments and are the heart and soul of Varkala. Varkala Cliff is divided into two parts, the North Cliff and the South Cliff. The North Cliff starts from the helipad and goes all the way to the black sand beach. This stretch is close to 1.5 km and the best part is you can walk along the edge for the entire stretch. There are a lot of restaurants, cafes, pubs and shopping options along this route. This place will be bustling with crowds, especially during the weekends. We will talk more about the eateries later in the video. But as far as the shopping is concerned, I don't recommend shopping here as the prices are steep and you need a good bargaining skills to negotiate the prices. On the other side of helipad is the South Cliff. It's exactly opposite to North Cliff. Not just in terms of location, but also the vibes. It's less crowded, calmer and peaceful. The South Cliff is close to 2 km in length, but unlike North Cliff, there is no pathway along the cliff. Here, you will find a lot of exotic beachfront resorts and cafes with private access to the beaches. Apart from these two cliffs, there is also a lesser known cliff towards the north of Varkala called Edava Cliff. We will discuss more on this side of Varkala later in the video. Around 28 km from Varkala is one of the most famous tourist spots called the Jatayu Earth Center. According to Ramayana, when Ravana was abducting Sita, Jatayu saw Ravana and tried to stop him. During a fierce battle between the both, Jatayu got wounded and fell on the ground, exhausted and injured. Later when Lord Rama found him, Jatayu revealed a crucial clue about Ravana before taking his last breath. To honor the bravery of Jatayu, the Kerala government decided to build a massive bird sculpture at the same location where Jatayu is believed to have fallen. This is the largest bird sculpture in the world, measuring 150 feet in length, 70 feet in height and 200 feet in width. This sculpture is dedicated to the protection of women, their honor and safety. The statue is located on the top of the hill called Jatayu Para and you can reach it by a cable car or by a short hike. We took the cable car and the journey was amazing. The entrance fee and the cable car charges are on the pricier side, but looking at how well this place is maintained, it is totally worth the cost. Once you reach the top, you can see the statue in up-down position with one wing missing, depicting the helpless situation the Jatayu was in. There's an open amphitheater which offers a panoramic view of the surroundings. Towards the left of Jatayu, there's a Lord Rama temple and the footsteps of Rama right next to the temple. If you're feeling hungry, then there is a small eatery and a restaurant at the top. There are also some games for kids towards the exit, but I felt it was a bit overpriced. Overall, the place is a bit touristy than being a devotional place, but I definitely recommend it for at least one time visit. Kerala is famous for backwaters and the best way to experience it is by visiting this hidden gem called the Munroe Island. It's not a single island, but a cluster of 8 islands situated between the Astamudi Lake and the Kallada River. This place is located around 48 km from Varkala and you can easily reach it by road or by train. If you are wondering how is this place different from Alleppey, then let me tell you, Munroe Island has a different vibes altogether. While Alleppey feels a bit touristy, Munroe Island on the other hand is far away from the tourist circuit. It reveals Kerala in its raw character. The narrow canals of Munroe Island are best explored on a canoe, a calm and soothing boat ride. Don't go for the shikara ride here as it won't be as enjoyable as a canoe. The canoe ride starts from the narrow lanes surrounded by fish farms and eventually opens up into the Astamudi Lake. The last point on this stretch is the famous Mangrove Arch. It looks very beautiful, especially during the golden hour. Our guide not only clicked some good photos for us, but he also suggested good poses as well. The entire canoe ride is so scenic that you will end up with hundreds of photos by the end of the ride. As soon as you reach the Munroe village, you will be bombarded with a lot of people trying to offer you canoe ride. Make sure to go with a good operator as it will make a big difference in your experience. I have provided the location and the contact details of the person with whom we went in my Varkala travel guide. This mobile friendly guide also includes loads of other useful informations like a detailed itinerary, stay recommendations, packing list, map location, useful contacts, important links and insider tips for all the locations. And the best part is, this guide can be accessed anytime on the go without the internet. Scan this QR code to download it or check the first link in the description box below. Yet another must-have experience when visiting Varkala is kayaking amidst the mangrove forest. The mangroves are situated in Paravur, around 18 kilometers from Varkala, and can be easily reached by road. Kayaking might look difficult or even scary at first, but trust me, it's fairly easy and anyone can do it. There will be a brief training at the beginning and a guide will accommodate you throughout the activity. The entire stretch is good, but the best part is towards the end where you will pass through a narrow tunnel covered by mangrove on either side. You will also get a chance to get into the water. If you are with elders or kids and can't do kayaking, then you can also explore the mangrove forest on a boat. Make sure to carry an extra pair of clothes as you might need to take a shower after this activity. Depending on the operator, there may be locker and shower facility available. The one where we went had all the basic facilities available. The entire experience was good, but it was a bit expensive compared to the other operators. The contact details and the location of this place is provided in my Varkala travel guide. Do check it out. On the way to Paravur, you will come across this incredibly beautiful place called the Kappil Beach. This is a place where you will find freshwater lake on one side and the Arabian Sea on the other. Driving through this stretch is truly mesmerizing. The Kappil Beach is relatively less crowded as compared to the other beaches in Varkala. Because of the gentle tides, surfing classes are often conducted on this beach. Sadly, due to bad weather, we couldn't try surfing. But if you are interested in learning surfing, do take a couple of classes here. Did you know that Varkala has a black sand beach? It is situated towards end of the North Cliff and it looks incredible. We had been to a black sand beach in Bali that was completely black for the entire stretch. But that's not the case here. You'll find patches of black sand mixed with the regular sand here. Nevertheless, the beach in itself is quite beautiful and clean. You will find black sand at other beaches along this stretch as well. Around half a kilometer from this place is Odayam beach, which is also a black sand beach. One of the top things to do in Varkala is the cafe hopping. You will be spoilt with the choices as there are a lot of restaurants ranging from simple cafes to exotic restaurants with a sea view. If you compare the prices, then it's a lot cheaper as compared to Goa for a similar kind of food and the ambience. Most of the eateries are located along the North Cliff. The South Cliff has a limited number of eateries, but they are worth the visit. The restaurants along the North Cliff are a lot more expensive and some of them are just a overhype. We genuinely liked the cafes which were away from the cliff. The food, service and the prices were much better. I have given a list of recommended eateries in my Varkala travel guide. Do check the first link in the description box below to download it. By the way, if you are enjoying this video so far, hit on the like button and leave a heart in the comment section below. From the helipad, a 5 minutes walk will take you to the popular beach of Varkala, the Varkala Beach. This beach is mostly visited by families and locals and it is the most crowded beach in Varkala. When the sea is rough, getting into the water isn't allowed here due to safety concerns. Sadly, there are no public toilets or washrooms available on this beach. In fact, most beaches in Varkala doesn't have a toilet or a shower facility. While Varkala is famous for its cafe culture and hippie vibes, there is another side to it that a lot of people don't know about. It is one of the significant places for Hindu devotees. There is a 2000-year-old temple called the Janardhan Swamy temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu. It is often referred as the Southern Kashi. This temple is also famous for performing after-death rituals for departed souls. That's why you'll see a Bali Mandapam right next to the beach, around 200 meters from the main temple. This beach is called Papanasham Beach, situated right next to the famous Varkala Beach. If you are looking for some place away from the crowd, then visit Edava Beach, situated north of Varkala. Just like Varkala Beach, Edava Beach is also lined by a cliff called the Edava Cliff. There are not many stay options or eateries along this stretch, which is why you will find almost zero crowd here. This place is more peaceful and cleaner compared to the other beaches in Varkala. But it does lack basic facilities like toilets, washrooms and eateries. If you are someone who is looking to spend some quality time away from the crowd, then this is a perfect place for you. A little further to Edava Beach, you will also find Vettaka Beach. Here, you can find local fishermen catching fish in the morning time. We visited this place next to Vettaka Beach called the Marine Pride Beach Resort for lunch. While the food and the service were poor, the views from this spot were incredible. Now that you know what all places to visit in Varkala, let's talk about some important things which will help to plan your trip to Varkala. Varkala is accessible by road or by train from major cities in India. I prefer the train as it's the most comfortable and the cheapest way to reach Varkala. But if you are travelling by air, then take a flight to Trivandrum, situated around 40 kilometers from Varkala. From Trivandrum, you can get a bus, train or even a cab to reach Varkala. But if you are planning to club other places like Kochi, Alleppey or Munnar along with your Varkala trip, then it is more convenient to take a flight to Kochi, then explore Alleppey and finally visit Varkala. The best way to explore Varkala is by a two-wheeler. You can easily rent one for around 500 rupees per day. If you want to rent a self-drive car, then you'll have to rent it from Trivandrum or Kochi and drive all the way to the Varkala. The roads in Varkala are a bit narrow, especially near the cliff. So keep that in mind if you are planning to get a car. If you prefer public transport, then you can take an auto for point-to-point commute or hire it for the entire day of sightseeing. There is no Ola or Uber in Varkala. There are no bus facilities for the tourist spots. Varkala offers a variety of stay options for all budget categories, from hostels to luxurious beachfront resorts. Most of the stays are located near the North Cliff. The beach-facing stays are usually expensive. Hence, it's better to stay a little interior, but at a walkable distance from the cliff. If budget is not a concern, then I suggest you stay in beachfront resorts, especially in the South Cliff. I have mentioned some of the best stay options in my blog. Check the second link in the description box below. October to February is the best time to visit Varkala. Avoid March to May as it gets really hot and humid during this time of the year. June to September is an off-season. During this time, Varkala gets a heavy rainfall. No doubt, Varkala is 100% safe for travelers. The locals are very kind and helpful. But what's concerning is the unethical behavior by some tourists, especially near the North Cliff. While Varkala is safe in general, it's better to be extra cautious, especially if you're a solo female traveler. Last but not the least, let's talk about the budget. We stayed in Varkala for 2 nights 3 days and we spent close to 18,000 rupees for 2 people. This is the high level breakdown of our expenses. That was everything you needed to know before visiting Varkala. Hit on the like button if this video was helpful for you. Let me know if I missed any place that deserves to be on this list. If you have any question about Varkala, feel free to ask it in the comment section below. Download our Varkala travel guide by scanning this QR code on the left, or check out other destinations in Kerala by clicking on the right. See you in my next video. Until then, keep traveling.